Well, packing chronicles. I've got 5 boxes packed. The kitchen is almost completely done, except for the essentials that we need until we move. All that's really left is the stuff that we use to cook. And we do a lot of that. I've got to get all the pictures packed up now, but the kitchen was my main priority because it's a big kitchen. There's a lot of stuff in it. Well, there was a lot of stuff in it. Now it's just what we're going to need till we go. The remainder is basically just knickknacks, stuff like that. I got all the CDs, all the books, all the DVDs, all the cooking utensils. Well, except for again, what we need. Got all that done. The rest is really going to be little bitty stuff, which is usually the tedious part. And the sofas, the love seat, ottoman, all that stuff. But I'm still glad so far that we didn't hire an agency to come and do it for us. I've done that before, moving from Austin back to Florida, and it took 2 weeks for it to get there. They broke some of my favorite things, poked holes in some of the art, and I collect original oil paintings. Not fancy ones by fancy people, but this, if I think it's pretty, I'll buy it. And I've bought a lot of stuff that someone's grandmother did in the garage while, Grandpa was drunk watching football. And it just turns out really pretty, and if I like it, I buy it. And I usually don't have to pay hardly anything for it, but I collect it. I'm not a fancy art collector like most people. So they've destroyed a bunch of that, so I'm opted that this is the best way for me to do it. The dining room table is going to be a mess because it's kind of wrought iron pewter. I don't know. Jana picked it out. It's pretty, but that's going to take up some room. So we're going to get that, but we'll probably do that towards the end. We're not very much of a eating at the table type of people. We'll either eat at the bar, or either eat at the sofa, or either eat at the McDonald's or Dairy Burger or something. The main part of the packing though is done. The part that really worried me the most is done, which is the kitchen, because that was what was going to take up most of the room. And I got that in about 6 boxes. They're pretty big boxes. 2.5. They're big. But that should be done. It's still gloomy and doomy here. Not anything going on. The boys playing that Warcraft game. It's spring break here, and from what I understand, since the dawn of spring break, it's rained here during spring break. My neighbor just got home. And I always look because I'm a nosy bastard. I can tell you anything that's going on in this entire neighborhood. Usually. Like last night at 3 o'clock in the morning, our neighbors were up. I thought they were fighting, but I didn't hear any screaming. Just a lot of loud pounding, so they could have been just destroying the house that they're renting from to the very nice people that rented it to them. And it's a beautiful, beautiful house. Everything in it looks like it's hand-cut knotty pine. The floor's like ours, it's all solid hardwood oak. But the inside of that house is amazing. Well, it was till they moved in. So that's about it for my blog today. And I'll probably do another one because might as well be home alone because Jana's not here and the boys, they're working on his new addiction of, well, it's not a new addiction, he's feeding his addiction of World of Warcraft or whatever the hell it is. So, if you watch this, thanks. And thanks for all the people that did a reply on the video questions that I asked. I'm working on some new ones now because I was talking to a friend in Germany this morning, and we had a discussion about something that I like to ask all of y'all about your opinion. And thank you. I'm going to stand up now and go pack the rest of the little stuff now. And in your opinion, should I wrap this stuff in newspaper or should I use it? We have an abundance of towels and linens that we don't really use as it's been collected over the years. And should I use that to wrap up the porcelain figurines and the little crystal thingies and the pictures, or should I stick with the newspaper and scotch tape? Just an idea, just something maybe you could help me with. Thanks a lot. Hope I didn't bore you to death, but I'm pretty sure I did because it's just not any fun without Jen being here to do these. Thanks anyway. Bye-bye.